Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eric. Happy birthday to you.
Maybe I'll catch up with you guys later. Socially distanced, of course. Wearing masks. Alright, talk to you later. Oh, hi! How's it going there? Welcome to this Eric Morrison documentary put together for his 50th birthday because this year we couldn't celebrate normally, so we figured we'd put these clips together to show you what a magnificent, amazing, profound effect he's had on all of our lives in his 50 years on this orb. So, without further ado, let's take a look.
Oh, I can see the car great. This will be the perfect grassy.
You will be so impressed. You'll have no choice but to take me back. Well, I've been looking real hard, and I'm trying to find a job, but it just keeps getting tougher every day. But got to do my part, 'cause I know in my heart I've got to please my sweet baby, yeah.
Jesus Christ! This species of Latvia botanica hasn't been around for 100 million years!
I'm sorry if the light bothers you, but I've got very important work here. Your arms whispering, hey! Hey!
Hey everybody! Hey,
Hi. What's going
how's it
on?
going?
You look very blue compared to you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's what's going on there? You could just say it's a cool filter.
that's better.
We're still blue.
Yeah, we're still
You're
blue.
you're a little blasted out. Yeah, yeah. Do you guys want to quickly
Look at
background
this.
it up? That's pretty.
Ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
wow.
There's a link. I bet Eric still has
Hey.
that shirt.
My
He
man.
does your dad still have that shirt? You guys?
I have not seen it. I haven't seen that shirt
It's
before.
probably might have it somewhere. Aaron and Eli, thanks for thanks for putting this thing together. We're happy to answer any questions that you have.
Yes, of course.
What is this about? I just got the link, Andrew.
Oh, this
Is this-
conversation? You
Yeah.
guys want to explain? This was your idea.
Yeah, so our dad's turning 50,
He is.
and we just want to put together this kind of documentary about him and his
That's
life,
amazing.
and we wanted to ask some questions to some of his oldest friends.
I have a question. If you don't, I'll start with a question for you
Right?
guys.
I mean, sure.
No, I mean it's an important question because I'm curious. Who is your father?
Eric Morrison. He's actually, if you look to your right, I think.
Yeah. Look over your
It's
shoulder.
right behind you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
this
That's the
guy.
one. That's the one. You got it.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
Handsome devil.
Question time. So first question right off the bat. Who out of y'all thinks that our dad likes you the best?
Oh, me.
It's definitely
Sure.
like
Okay.
It's funny that those guys were so eager to raise both their hands when I'm the one that has a virtual background of Eric.
fair, but my approach was a little more subtle. I did 50 times behind my head just for Eric. I Google searched for that. That doesn't
50,
exist. So I fucking made
Oh,
it.
wow.
I didn't do anything because he knows that I don't need to do anything.
You don't have to. You don't have
Because
to.
you're,
you don't have to
'cause
do
you're his
that for
favorite.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he already likes me. So
All right.
All right, so I'm going to throw my hand in the mix.
So what's the answer, guys?
It's not a quiz, though.
Just-
It's like an interview.
Oh, you're just curious.
Yeah.
You're just curious.
Yeah.
The test?
To Eric's character, I mean, I think everyone who knows him, everyone thinks that they're his favorite.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
With that.
yes, that's
Talking about the kind of man he is.
hmm
He
He makes everybody.
people
He
feel-
makes everybody feel like number one.
Right.
Yep.
There you go.
Cheers.
Good
Yep.
point.
What is this about? What is this about? Is this about the Eric movie? Is this the Eric movie? You people keep coming at me.
Let me just.
Somebody's got to make the money in this world, you know. God damn it. All right, fine.
And you took the money, but what did you provide? I mean, in terms of reels, cassettes, you know, some strings, picks, you know.
Yeah, I dumped a lot of money into that band, believe me. Did you ever go out there? Did you watch? Andrew was like a machine. He destroyed everything. And Eric in the studio. Good Lord.
So next one is a really important question. Something that I've been wondering my entire life, really, ever since I was born. Is our dad Jimmy Winchell? Please be honest.
Can I take this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to touch us.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, can we just move on? Actually, can we go to the next?
Well, I
I've
prefer
never
we
seen
didn't
him
move on,
in the
actually.
same room at the same time.
I mean, that's how I'm answering this question is like, can we move on?
Brad, I mean, they did use the magic word.
Can we please move on from this question? I think
It's up to them. It's up to them. This is they're running this Q&A.
Yeah, but I'm
Eric,
not.
so-
Okay, I'm answering the question. No.
Wow.
No.
So, the answer is no.
The answer is no. And you know what? In fact, after this interview, I have an interview with somebody else, and I'm gonna dispel the myth.
Okay. All right.
I'm tired of it.
Seeing
I'm
that.
tired of it. Can we just move on? See how tense?
Yeah.
I mean, it already this Jimmy Winchell
focus.
thing just makes us really tense all around, all of us. It's really uncomfortable.
Okay, I understand.
Thanks.
All right, next question.
We understand your curiosity. It's understandable.
And just don't worry about it, I guess, going forward. If I could say anything, just like
That's probably
you can let it
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You know. And it's really see, we keep harping on this. I mean, I want to move on, but I feel like
We can move on.
for the benefit of you and the question you've had your entire life, it's just I don't know. Let's not turn this into any kind of like psychotherapy. Because it really is a question for your father, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, it's really a question for Eric.
Just to interrupt, Brad, you said let's move on from this question about 5 minutes ago. And then you've been talking for about 5 minutes since you said that. If you want to turn it into a therapy session, you know.
I'm trying not to, but if you want to, go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm you took the reins of the answer.
I didn't.
So-
I'm not the one who answered. Who got asked the? I mean, I'm not the one who asked the question.
Hey, Aaron and Eli, can we please move on?
Hey, I just got a report from a friend that Jimmy Winchell is in the freaking neighborhood. So I'm going to try to catch him and see if we can get a couple words about his feelings and all this kind of stuff about him and Eric. So wish me luck. I'm going to try. Oh, shit. There he is. Jimmy, I've got some questions for you. Jimmy, come back. It's about Eric. He's your friend. Jimmy.
You look at him and then you look at an artist like Jimmy Winchell, who's just like a black heart, and you're just like, fuck that guy. And Eric is like the complete antithesis of him, you know? He's just like a beacon
It's
of
true.
light.
I hadn't even considered those two like in that way, but it's true. They're like almost exact polar opposites, those two.
It was like, I guess it was a blind spot for me too. She just like, wow, like I'd never thought of that interval, but that is the counterpoint. That's the exact opposite dyadic thing.
I just want to take this opportunity to address something it's not weighing heavy on me. I rarely ever think about it, but I think a lot's coming up around your birthday and the release of our home record this year, and I guess I just want to take this opportunity to dispel a myth or a rumor, a legend, a tale, or whatever, just the whole thing about Eric Morrison is Jimmy Winchell is Eric Morrison. And I'm just, I'm just taking this opportunity to tell the community, whoever's watching this, that it is not true. None of it is true. Eric Morrison is not Jimmy Winchell, nor Jimmy Winchell is Eric Morrison. Like, it was cute in the beginning when I first heard about it, as in like a sort of like Garth Brooks, Chris Gaines type of thing, like the, and no offense to any Garth Brooks fans out here. And Chris Gaines was cool. It was like a gothic, dark character, brooding kind of songwriter to like the all-American Garth Brooks, apple pie guy. But I just want to take the opportunity to tell everyone that it is, and also being part of like Eric's legacy of making music and the band Home, and it's very disrespectful to Eric, to his collaborators, to his family, to his friends, in the sense that, like, look, here's the deal. Eric Morrison is an absolute genius, and I don't throw the G word around lightly. Is a genius, songwriter, musician, person, anything he touches, The little that I've heard of Jimmy Winchell, to me, it's like a talentless hack who's never written an original song in his life. The only things I've heard is like really half-assed 70s AOR covers. So for people to even consider putting this person in Eric Morrison's wheelhouse orb is completely disrespectful. Completely disrespectful.
Yeah, okay, next question. Why is our dad dropping home tracks targeting the Latin American market? It's a really
another good question. I've been asking that myself.
He's smart. It's huge.
I think he saw an opportunity.
Trying to broadly appeal.
Try something new. He's never focused on that genre before.
Audiences. Yeah.
I don't want to make this about me because it's about your father. But I have a pretty good idea. Outside of him seeing an opportunity, but and I'm not going to name names and keep it anonymous, but members of Home play in other bands who do well in Latin America.
Good strategy.
Yeah, I can't blame them. I don't know. Do you guys have any kind of Latin background?
No.
Morrison's? None at all?
No.
Yeah.
Not even like a little bit. So I don't really know where that question came from, but.
Yeah.
All right.
I liked it better than the question before,
yeah.
Actually.
Understandable. It was a tough question. I'm sorry about that one.
No. I'm sorry for you, man. You have to ask us that question, We should really move on from that question.
Yeah. Hey, Eric's birthday's coming up.
Oh my God. That guy's had some crazy adventures. I remember this. This is so nuts. I remember this crazy time. He had a hotel room. It was in Times Square. It was in Midtown somewhere. And Elton and John Lennon.
Wow.
We were all hanging out in this hotel room. Because Eric was on tour, and so he was there, and oh my God, so nuts. We were up all night eating ice cream sandwiches everywhere.
Oh, that's Eric.
I know. And there was a knock on the door, and Elton went to the door, and he was like, "It's Andy Warhol."
No way.
I know. And John was like, "Don't let him in." And we're all like, "What? You can't, how do you? We gotta let him in. It's Andy Warhol. We can't leave Andy Warhol in the hallway." Eric was like, "Don't let him in."
Why not?
There's ice cream sandwiches everywhere. He's got that fucking camera around his neck. All these ice cream sandwiches, and then what are people gonna think?
Wow.
So we just left him out there.
So because Warhol had his camera, you didn't want
No.
just people to know about the ice cream sandwiches.
So crazy. So we were all like super quiet, and he just kept knocking and knocking. Just was quiet. And then he went away.
Yeah, and you probably couldn't take a step because if anyone moved, you'd hear the crunch of the ice cream wrappers, and then Warhol would know that Eric was there.
No.
Yeah, Eric and I lived in the same apartment building, like in the early 90s. We used to hang out in the laundry room and just talk about whatever, like cosmology or Ronald McDonald, just whatever was the topic of the day. And one day the whole place just blew up, like a bomb hit it. It was crazy, like just destroyed the whole complex. And obviously we had to find somewhere else to live. Turned out that the guy in apartment C was storing a keg of gunpowder in his apartment. It was totally nuts. Anyway, I mean, thank God we survived it, but we had to find another place to live, obviously. And I moved in with this chick that I met working at the local Bennigan, Stacy. She was super rad. We had a great time. And I introduced Stacy and Eric, and before you know it, they're living it up in the big city. And I guess they're married now. Funny how life works out.
Hello.
Please state your name and how long you've known Eric.
Okay, well, my name is Chris. I've known Eric for about 40, 50 years, maybe. I'm not sure.
That's quite the get-up you're wearing there.
Oh, yeah, you have to excuse the outfit. I'm shooting a web series in my backyard.
How did you meet Eric?
You know, like lots of folks, we met through rock and roll. What is it, this?
Okay,
tell
tell us how you met.
So let me set it up. Altamont Springs in Florida, 1990, living the grunge lifestyle. And I'm working part-time at this dog washing business called Sudhounds. And I'm, doing my work, probably applying a cream rinse to a dachshund or something. And behind me, I hear this voice, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I turn around, and there's this 19-year-old skinny, baby-faced guy filling soap dispensers, singing his heart out. And I remember this. I don't remember the name of the song, but it's the one that goes, nobody gonna break my stride. Next thing I know, we're at his parents' place. We're in his room in the garage. We're listening to cassettes. We're halfway into a bottle of moonshine. We're strumming badminton rackets because no one had guitars back then. And wow, the tapes he was playing. Eric had some amazing taste. Heavy on Edie Brickell, with moments for, Bobby McFerrin, Concrete Blonde, Blondie Chaplin, Four Non-Blondes. So we decided to form a tribute band to the 10,000 Maniacs. I don't know if you know them. Anyway, we called ourselves the Natalie Merchant Marines.
Really? I've never heard this, and I've conducted several interviews with family and close friends, and there's no mention of this at all.
Well, it really happened. I'm not making this up.
All right, so Andrew, if our dad taught you how to play guitar, who taught Brad to play bass?
Your dad. Your dad had to play bass too.
He did?
Or your dad taught Brad how to play bass. Yeah.
Dad taught Brad.
I did not know that.
I did not know that. I really did not know that until now.
Eric kind of taught me how to play drums too, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who taught you, Brad? I thought it was you.
He's actually the best drummer at home.
Wow.
Probably, yeah.
That's impressive.
And to celebrate what a guy your father is, Eric taught me how to everything.
No. Let's hear the. I misunderstood. Who actually taught you?
Eric Morrison taught me how to.
All right.
play
Very
bass.
cool. All right.
Well, hands down, my favorite memory together with Eric has to be October 1st, 1996, at approximately 2 p.m., I'd say. Odessa, Angie and I's firstborn daughter was born at 12:01 p.m. My mother and Angie's stepmother Nita were saying, "Oh, she's having the baby right now in your bedroom. I'd say, we'll be right there. So they're racing across the state, but there's no way they're going to be there yet, you know. Angie was being stitched up. She had just given birth 2 hours before. So it couldn't, but then the doorbell rang. I opened the door and unannounced on my doorstep, driving an enormous moving truck, completely loaded down. It was the biggest moving truck I've ever seen in my life. He was suddenly standing there. He was just dropping in to give me a high five and a big hug. And he knew that, you know, it would be sometime, but he didn't think it would be that minute that he was showing up. Just to say hello, really. He was driving to New York City to move, you know. So it was very difficult to speak. Eric, it was very, very surreal, just totally Eric real. That was just so cosmic, and the fate of him arriving at that moment to be standing stupefied in awe, speechless, and we could laugh, and he held Odessa, and it was a beautiful moment. A cassette comes in the mail from Eric's new address in the city, and the cassette had songs on it, of course, and they were all, of course, chiseled gems, just jewel after jewel. But the tape kicked off with this incredible torrent of vision that somehow just activated that ineffable atmosphere that day.
What we did is we fused the two concepts of, 90s alt rock with World War II era maritime grit. And it was basically just Eric, on vocals. He would be wearing a sundress and just doing that thing. And I was on guitar, wearing a sailor cap and had a rucksack that I would, bring over my shoulder. And we had like one of those Casios playing those bongo rhythms. And very quickly into this thing, I start to realize that Eric is the star. Those pipes were on display. He's spinning and gyrating, hitting all the notes, and he would stay in character for days on end. He wouldn't answer to his name. We had to call him stuff like Natty Gal, Sweet N, and I obliged because, again, star power, I needed to keep him happy, keep him going. And so it came time to play our first show. It was at a local dry cleaning shop that let us set up and play during the lunch rush when people were coming in picking up their pants and stuff. 5 minutes to go. I'm looking around like, where's Eric / Natalie? I find him in the bathroom performing some sort of seance with candles and incense and just doing all. I'm like, Eric, we have to play, buddy. He's like, shh. And I just shut the door. I had to shut the door because this purple smoke was really irritating my throat. And I was just like, whatever, just be out there. And he was. And within, seconds of us starting, he's on the stage, gliding around, playfully gazing at the customers. Soon after that, we were in residence at Kirkpatrick's Cleaners, and we were doing it. We were living that dream.
Eric? I knew a guy went by Enrico. Some people called him Iraq. He was part of that wild Malibu Stacy cult down in Baltimore.
Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm sorry, what? Well, back then, people weren't going to be happy about a guy running around in a dress in a dry cleaner lobby, carrying on like this. But you have to understand, he would take those hard-drawn lines that society forced on us, and he would just smear them like a Skippy peanut butter or something. He would slather on the jelly, And he would like smash the bread slices between his fingers and just squish them to where it was like that goo starts to drip, right?
No,
You don't do that?
I don't. No.
Well, anyway, he made a real mess of things on purpose. And Eric used to say, smush it up. Smush it all up. Meaning the rules. I have something that might interest you. Huh. Where did you get this? Man, look at us. Is this for me?
Absolutely not.
Here you go.
2 minutes. Keep it to 2 minutes. Story about our dad that comes to mind.
Oh my God. Your dad, did he ever show you his cartoons that he made? And this isn't really a story, it's more of a, you guys should know about this. He did the first computer animation project that I might have ever seen in my life using, I don't even remember what computer it was. It was some kind of Commodore computer called George's Little Problem. Have you ever heard of this thing?
It like rings a bell. Do you remember that?
Okay, so computers were nowhere near as fast as they are today. And he would make these 30-second long animations when I had just moved to Tampa from North Carolina. And it would take him like 3 days to make a 30-second animation. And I remember the rendering times to get George to do something like this, took like an hour. And he would just have to do frame by frame. It was his stick-to-itiveness on those animations was mind-bending. Like I was like, wow, you are a determined dude. Yeah, I could not wrap my head around what he was doing.
I've never seen that.
Chris, do you want to go next?
I think one of my earliest memories of Eric, I guess I knew Brad and Andrew first, and Eric, your dad, was always a little more mysterious and elusive, but I got to know him on that first home tour. And I think it was about a week into the tour. It was that night in, what was it, Phoenix or Tempe, Arizona? You remember that show?
Mensa?
Was it Mensa? Mesa, that's where it was. I was trying to think of it. Yeah, but you guys remember that, right? The show that the band we were touring with broke down, and then what was it? They
moved our show
to like a hardcore show. It was like a hardcore punk show, and we thought we would be a hardcore band that night. We
would try to play hardcore.
Yeah, which in retrospect would have been more hardcore to actually play the home set, and more punk. But Eric took the role of like the frontman, lead singer in the style of like G.G. Allen. And I saw like a whole new side of Eric that I didn't know existed. He was like became this like enigmatic frontman and destroyed the place. And everybody freaked out, and we kind of ran for our lives that night.
They chased us out of town.
Literally.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And
Thanks
that was. Did you guys know this story? Have you guys ever heard that?
Oh no.
No?
Yeah.
But yeah, he went wild on stage, and like I don't know, it was probably the funniest moment that I remember of him. It was also like one of my earliest memories of him too.
I remember that night, and I think one of the things that sticks out in my mind of that night is Eric as the sort of G.G. Allenish front man with his shirt off.
But he took his shirt off. Yeah, that's right.
And then out in the audience screaming "S my D" in someone's ear.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of like skinheads.
It's a side I've never seen. He got possessed that night.
He was possessed.
Yeah, the audience wasn't very good humored. They were quite serious. As far as that was the impression I was under anyways. They seemed like they didn't have the time for this kind of craziness. And it was also one of the hottest nights I ever experienced in my life. It was like 115 degrees or something.
Oh, it was so hot.
So
dry heat.
Oof. Yeah, serious business. How about you, Brad?
I don't even know where to begin with these stories. I mean, it takes longer than 2 minutes to tell a good Eric Morrison story, but I want to go back to sort of how you started. And this might help answer the first question a lot better than we did. So those animations that your father made, 1 year for my birthday, he made one of those animations. That was a lot longer than 30 seconds. So I can only imagine how long that took.
It took him maybe a month. Yeah.
Right. And then put a song that he wrote for me for my birthday over it called Brad is Rad. And it was, the best present anyone's ever given me in my life. And I think I'm only relating that. There's some home history there too, because it was like a pre-home thing. And then that later became a song on our first record, In My House. But originally it was about me being rad. And that should pretty much, answer the first question.
Yeah.
That we had,
That's pretty special.
like the time and energy it took to make something, for my birthday about me song, and the title of the animation and song, Brad is Brad.
I mean, you're gonna have to clear this up with your dad, but I think he might have made a rendition of a song that I had written about living in the apartment that we shared at the time, called In My House. That's what the song was called when it was on the home record.
I mean,
and he's like, I'm gonna make a fun tweak that we had just recorded.
No, I don't want to split hairs. Right?
He's like, oh, that would be.
But I think it's vice versa. I think you took that song and made it about living in an apartment with your father. After it was already the song was already written about me being rad. You then took it and
Wow, I'm learning.
I'm just trying to kill two birds with one stone and answer this question, tell a story, probably longer than 2 minutes now, but it also answers the first question.
There you go.
Right, Eric? See, he nodded, he winked. You didn't see it?
You're definitely his favorite.
What's that? I didn't hear that. You cut up.
You're definitely his favorite.
You're easily his favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he wrote a song about you, and then Eric ripped it off. Andrew ripped it off.
I totally.
It was so good that
I was like, oh, I want you like me. Why did I make a different song with the song you wrote about Brad?
Happy birthday, Dad. I love you so much. I just wanted to share some memories that I had that affected my life. I think one of the most important effects you've had on my life personally is that you've kind of always encouraged musical exploration from the very beginning. Even a couple of days ago, you shared the video on Facebook of me and Eli, and you just jamming out in that back room in the New York house. And it just kind of reminded me that you were just kind of always encouraging me to be surrounded by music and play instruments and just be curious about music. And I just got so wrapped up in music because of you. And when I wanted to start bands like the Random Rainbows which eventually became the Spectrum, and then down the line Connor and I just had the idea of doing Minute in Progress. You always kind of encouraged that and had the means to create music with us, and always we're like, yeah, let's do that, and let's do a weekend in the studio and record some stuff. And you were there to help mix it, and I wouldn't have been able to make all that stuff and had that experience in the studio without a studio, of course. And so that just really is something that's really special to me. And also, of course, Minecraft is a huge thing in my life and Eli's life and everyone's lives now. And the fact that you introduced us to Minecraft at such a young age, before it was even a thing, and then we got really into it, and then Eli asked for the Minecraft themed party, and then you put together this amazing party with cubed cakes and all these costumes with cardboard, and just so many really fun little details with the party. It was amazing, and you're always introducing us to new things and just making our lives better. And I wish you the happiest of birthdays.
His children grew up with my children. It's family level, just all encompassing knowings. And it's just kind of a mind blower. The babies turned rock stars.
You look at everything that he's done. He's encouraged all of these young musicians. You see Random Rainbows now, they're huge stars, and that was all Eric.
They're huge.
I'm sorry, no paparazzi.
Hi, no, I know. Listen, this isn't about paparazzi. We're doing a documentary about Eric Morrison.
Oh, Eric Morrison. Okay.
Yeah.
For Eric Morrison.
Thank you. And by the way, just get this off my chest. I'm a big fan. But we're doing this movie about Eric and the way that he made all these great records. And I know that you worked with him. So can you tell me a little bit about that process and what he brought to things?
It was just pure vibe. you know.
Oh yeah, he really brought the vibes to the studio every time.
It was just natural.
It really was. But I've known Eric since I was literally born, so he's iconic. I love him. I wouldn't be
Mentor.
where I am today without him. I'm glad you're making this documentary.
Yeah, but we have to go.
He's perfection. He's perfection.
He's
That's
turning
all we have
50.
time for.
He's turning 50.
Happy 50th birthday. I hope to see you
Thank you
soon.
so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the next album comes out. You please get back together. Please get back together. We need more Random Rainbows.
All right, so what is everyone's favorite home song that our dad wrote?
That's a good question.
There's so many.
I mean, every era there's a different masterwork, but most recently, just to keep it in the now, not to dwell on the past, because we all just keep moving forward. I'd have to say Farewell is rocking my world the hardest lately. Something about that song, I don't know what it is. It's just when it goes into that outro, I just want it to keep going, Do you remember that song, guys?
Yeah, the outro, I feel the same way. I always feel like this could just go on forever.
Yeah, it's a slow, gradual build up, and it's just so perfect. It's one of those perfect Eric songs. It starts in a place that's so different from where it ends, and you don't feel awkward getting to that different ending. That's a tough.
Yeah,
thing
the
to
lyrics are so moving too.
Yeah.
Every time I listen to it, it gets stuck in my head.
Fellas?
That's a tough one. I like all of his songs. I'll probably dwell on the past though. Zenith Place is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Ooh, that's an epic jam, yeah.
Yeah, that was epic. That should have gotten more attention. Underrated. One Dirty Bird's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, I love that one.
That one's so heavy.
Yeah.
Good one.
There should be like a Eric song greatest hits.
Oh, definitely.
Like just Holmes' greatest hits, but only Eric.
But only Eric.
Yeah.
Or just do like the Kiss solo records.
Just say call it Quarter Home, or what is it now? Like 1 second, third.
Like Andrew solo songs, Eric solo songs.
We know yours, Brad. It's Brad is Rad.
Well, I mean, that's not like a Home song. He wrote that way before Home, but it turned into a Home song, so it has a special place. Even though he didn't sing that song on the record, you did, and turned it into something else.
Turned it into an Andrew song.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, so many. I like, I'm a big fan of Atomic, just because for like many years, it just went through many transformations before it ended up on the first record. And once again, I was a part of that, transformation. The original seed for that song was about the ride at the fair called the Gravitron. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Got sick on that a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then that's the one ride that would make you sick. As fun as it is,
Not fun to get sick.
No. But yeah, I mean, Reprint. Oh my God. Oof.
What a jam.
Freedom Road.
Classic. Oh my Lord.
Health. That's an Eric song.
God.
Yeah.
So it's just one monster track after the next. Reprint is one of the most fun songs to play. Period.
It still is.
Yeah.
Still this day. Classic riffs.
Yeah.
That's classic. Your Father.
I still can't play Health to this day.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Yeah,
No.
it's tough.
That's I still don't know what's going on with that song.
What about you guys? I mean, let's
That's
get
a
you
good
guys on
question.
here. Yeah. You guys have like a favorite Eric Home song?
I mean, like, I just haven't listened to that much Home. That.
I'm like, I'm really upset by that, But
I'm trying not to think about it too much.
Yeah, I just kind of ignored that.
Check out Reprint, guys.
Yeah.
Home 9.
Go back.
It's just strong.
Zenith Place. I recommend that one.
We appreciate your honesty, though.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Always the way to go. Yeah.
I'm really bummed that you guys weren't named after, Aaron, you weren't called like Home 15, and then Eli was called like Home 18.
Yeah.
I think that would be like.
I always pictured it a little bit
the
different.
best.
Like, why aren't you Andrew? Why isn't he Chris? Why didn't he fall that? Why didn't the cards fall that way?
Yeah. Why didn't he call both of you Brad? Or whatever. But just that you weren't named after
Brad
like
12 and Brad 14.
Yeah, that would be so.
Right.
That would always be good the first day of school.
And I would,
conversation with the
Brad
teacher
number 1 or Brad number 2?
No,
that was
that's
the
right,
case.
teacher.
Both.
My name is Brad 12.
Both. If that was the case, you guys would be our favorite albums that Eric made, but it's not. We should move on.
Yeah, you guys are my favorite Eric songs.
Oh, wow.
Oh, his favorite things he made. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like equally, or do you like one song better than the other, or
Equally.
Solid 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
50-50.
Eli is my favorite future home drummer.
Oh, wait, are you going to pass on the sticks?
Passing the sticks on.
Wow.
Oh no, not right now, but
okay.
eventually.
Yeah.
When Eli's old enough.
I mean, he's old
No.
enough. Did you see the
I know you're
He's
killing it on the
definitely
drums,
He can
man.
handle it. He can handle
Dream
it.
Theater rendition?
I didn't
Guys
see
are
that.
so much better than I am. It's crazy.
Well, I
Crazy
mean,
about
but,
hard
you know,
work.
once
Yeah.
again, that's Eric for you.
Yeah, without a
It's the
doubt.
genes, Eric's genes.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yes, sir.
I remember when me and Aaron were really little, we'd had this like really nice keyboard, this electric keyboard, and it had these like 6 purple buttons on it, and we'd go ham on those for hours. I remember our dad showed it to us, and we just like spam the buttons, and it just like makes some stupid noise. I remember one of them really clearly was. It's just a really classic experience, and just overall, you've really had an impact on us as musicians. You've made us more interested in music. I remember the Juno that we had we have now in the studio. It used to pull me away from my other hobbies for hours at a time. I'd just go on there, play with all the settings, try to make weird noises, try to unbreak it because I kept breaking it. And like, I know one time we were in the car and I was playing metal for the first time, and you were like, wow. I mean, that's it. You were just like, wow. No, but you said that when I was really little, I used to beg to play like heavier and heavier music on the record player. Like I'd beg to listen to Pantera and Metallica and Megadeth and stuff like that, which I didn't even know. And now I'm like way more into metal, and I'm way more into metal drumming. I'm getting a lot better. And if it weren't for him from the very beginning, weren't for you, then I wouldn't be here. So thank you. Love you.
Eric, happy birthday. Chantel. Let's see. Favorite memory. This is tough. Eric, you have a way of making all memories memorable. All the times. Let's see. Probably one of my, if not my favorite memory, besides you marrying one of my besties, is the Stingray Shuffle at Fort DeSoto Beach, when you, Stacy, and I went to Fort DeSoto, and I said, and we were going in the water, and I said, okay, do the Stingray Shuffle, and y'all were like, what's that? And I said, like you have to shuffle your feet so the stingrays don't get you. And I'm like, but there are never any stingrays, like, but everyone does, it's just a thing. And then we were swimming, and about like 5-10 minutes into it, and everyone's face went white and all like buggy-eyed, and there were about 128, I counted, stingrays. School, they're not called a school, we figured out it's called something else. Just went right through us, right through our whole bodies. And then Stacy screamed really, really loudly, and we all ran ashore. Yeah, that's probably the best.
Mr. Blow, I'm going to come straight to the chase. I'm going to cut right to the business. Talk about this contract that Scream Music Forever signed with Home.
Okay, so these stoned little lambs are there. They're making their songs. They got their artistic integrity. Eric is in. He's in. He's in love, right? So it's just like, yeah, man. Ooh, yeah, let's go write some amazing songs about each other. And then I just watch the fucking money roll in. It's like taking candy from a baby.
So this next question is for Andrew. What was it like for you to be on the set of Miami Vice with our dad and Don Johnson? This is something that we've heard about a couple times.
Yeah.
It was funny. So yeah, I did like only 2 days of shooting on that. It was just, the before the credits sequence. And first day was on the roof with the guy who did the scene with Keith Gordon, who's he's a pretty well-known TV director now. He does like Showtime series and stuff like that. But he was a popular actor in the 80s. He always played like the angry brother or the angry kid at school. He was pretty well known. But he was on his way out of acting, and I remember him sitting with me and your dad and saying, "You guys do not want to be actors. you want to be directors. If you want to be in this business, you want to try to be a director. Do not bother being an actor. It's a waste of your time. We were like, no, okay. So that was really interesting. And the second thing that was really interesting, or there's two other things. The day we shot with Don Johnson, you know, it was in a club, and we shot it in the middle of the day. It was just like it's funny to be in a club that's supposed to be rocking at like 11 in the morning. Pretty funny. But we're all just hanging out, waiting to shoot. And your dad, they immediately, he came to hang out, and they're like, you're in the scene, dude. His hair was like this at that point. He had this massive afro. I'll never forget it. Actually, the first time I met your dad, we were at Dillard School of Performing Arts. We were in this little auditorium that, you know, all the like performing arts school kids were like meeting each other in the auditorium, and your dad he was at the other side of the auditorium, and you just got to see what he was doing. He's wearing a trench coat, his massive fro, and he's sitting on the wall with it like this, with his hands in his pockets. It was like he's doing the flamingo, or in my memory, he's doing the flamingo. He had like that kind of swagger.
Wow.
He was such a punk. Yeah. So, you know, the people. This is the same year that I did Miami Vice, and the people that were doing the show were like, yeah, to your dad, hey, you need to be an extra in every, you know, in these scenes. So we're all hanging out in the club, and then Don Johnson comes into the club before we get shooting. He goes, and he's drunk, and it's like 11 o'clock. He's like, all right, everybody, we're gonna be professionals here, all right? We don't need any goofballs screwing up the scene. So when the director says action, you do your thing, don't do anything else, do the thing you're supposed to do. You know, he just like lectured everybody, and everyone's just like, but your dad did such a good job that they invited him back for other scenes in the episode. He got to go to some swanky pool party in Miami.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was nowhere. He didn't invite me.
Oh, that's right. He was in like a party scene.
Yeah, he was.
Later in that, like it was like it went to like from commercial break, and it was like him like dancing.
Yeah,
right?
he was dancing at a party.
Him, like
a
dancing,
party
and,
scene.
like shot something up.
At Keith Gordon's house. Keith Gordon's character's house.
It was like the pool party.
Like
So
that.
wait, you want to like your scene because it's mainly you. He's just in the
But he's in the background in a couple of shots, and then the scene right after the opening credits is the pool party.
Yeah,
and Eric's in a couple different shots in that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Talking to some girl or something.
And your character dies like in the first couple minutes, right?
Oh yeah,
And the whole episode's about finding your killer, basically.
Yeah, I think he had killed some other people too. He was.
But you're like the death that kind of
The episode was called Leap of Faith. That's right.
Yeah, you took the leap of faith.
I actually watched the full episode finally. Like it was always so bad. Once you started actually watching the show, it's just like this is unwatchable. Like Miami
it was
Vice,
late. It was late Miami Vice.
But it's aged It's aged very, very well. Yeah. Like now it's just hilarious. It's really good.
Interesting episode though that like Andrew gets killed instantly and Eric's character gets invited back, right? I mean, kind of like
I think it's a trend that
it's like a
kept up
trend,
right?
For
the dynamic of the
32 some odd years later.
Yes, here we are.
Did you guys ever hang out with Don Johnson after that?
We didn't hang out with Don Johnson during that. We did not win him over.
You didn't talk to him at all?
No.
I always imagine you guys throwing down and drinking pina coladas.
No. I think he's more of a whiskey guy.
So I gotta know, what happened? What happened to the Natalie Merchant Marines?
Get your bags together. Come bring your good friends too.
Well, like many of the legendary rock acts, we fell to the temptations of women and wine and wicker furniture. Yep. It was just a few months after we formed the band, Eric started disappearing for hours or sometimes days. And I never knew where he went until I followed him one day. We're in the middle of practicing and his face goes blank. He says, gotta go. And he just, so I'm following him down the sidewalk and he's going on and on. I mean, this is like, we're about 45 minutes in here. He's not looking where he's going. He's crossing intersections and just not stopping, not breaking his stride. A little callback to that song. And I'm, of course, like, what the heck? Finally, he stops at this local, this place was called like Patio Productions or Patio World. Eric starts making his way to the back of the building, and I'm trying not to make any noise, but he's in a trance. He's not going to hear me, right? Finally, we get to the back, and it's just a mess back there. There's all these scraps of, discarded stools, end tables, and all of a sudden, Eric just starts this crazy dance. He's waving his arms, eyes are rolling, these guttural grunts, just circling the scraps. And then he just suddenly leaps into the scraps, and wicker's flying everywhere, and I'm like, what the heck? Next thing I know, he emerges from the chaos, and it's a whole different person. He's in a fancy 3-piece suit made of wicker rattan, this really fancy outfit. It's totally fitted and all, tailored, whatever you want to call it, a real polished look, right? He has slick back hair, you could smell the aftershave. I was speechless. And he slowly walked up to me. Sorry. And he said, "Hi, I'm Eric, and I've seen the face of God. And God commands that I quit Natalie Merchant Marines." And of course, I just stood there, not sure what to think, but then I knew, I just felt something inside taking over. Maybe it was the fumes from the rattan finishing stain coming from inside the building. I'm not sure. But I just knelt on the ground and waved my arms in appreciation and just nodded. Yes. And I'm sorry. Take your time. It's okay. This is the first time I've ever talked about this. A lot of the Eric experts out there, they never knew about the Natalie Merchant Marines or his wicker phase. Well, now you do. And let's get something straight here, okay? All of those tell-all bios and those blog posts and all the YouTube nuts, you can cut it out. You can take a hike now. Sorry, I got all excited. Is Eric going to see this? He is. Well, I just want to say, Eric, I love you, buddy. And if you ever want to remix the old tapes, I've got them. I'll probably have to find them, but I love you, okay? Take care.
Okay, so greetings from Woodstock. It's really cold. I'm in my car waiting for it to heat up, so I'm bundled up. But anyway, Eric, memory. I remember having one of those Stacy and Eric glorious dinners, and we were in your dining room, and I remember toasting and looking up and seeing that very unique chandelier of yours, and I was just amazed by that. And I was looking at it going, wow, that's really cool. Chandelier made of wine bottles. What could be cooler than that? Well, I guess if they were full, that would make it like really great. Anyway, that's my memory. Happy birthday again. Sorry, my hood's getting in the way, but oh God, it's so cold in here. Happy birthday! Bye!
All right, so this is a pretty interesting question. Did Pepsi play a huge role in conceiving our dad's greatest ideas?
Definitely.
Yeah. That's an interesting question.
Does he still drink Pepsi?
He does.
I remember he drank Pepsi exclusively.
Exclusively.
Yeah.
I have a picture of him holding a Coke can, though.
I mean,
is that where you took the picture?
He's like trying to hide it, but it,
I think from the moment I met your father, yeah, there was always a big gulp, 32 to 44 ounce of Pepsi. Always. And one has to wonder if that had some sort of like chemical effect. I mean, because first of all, he's sort of the only person I've ever met in my life who exclusively drank Pepsi.
Yeah.
He's pretty determined not to drink anything other than that.
I think there's some days since we've lived with him that like he would only drink Pepsi. One, well, I'm not a scientist, or a psychologist, but one, I guess we could look online to see if any other exclusive Pepsi drinkers have gone on to done great things. Like if there's like
definitely a correlation.
I think so.
But he still drinks Pepsi.
I mean,
not all the time. But like it's still around. It's
when
still
I said
around.
Still, I meant like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, still, but that's a long time.
At least now he's drinking other things.
But I do remember.
I hope he's drinking water.
Yeah.
There was always
Pepsi.
Yeah.
Always Pepsi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like one of those things, like a child has a wubby, like some sort of safety item
kind of thing.
And
It's creative juice.
I actually want to know. I mean, like looking back on it all these years is like that's maybe it was the Pepsi diet that maintained his slim figure throughout the decades, because he was
a rail.
real skinny guy,
Yeah.
skinniest guy out of all of us for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be great if we could somehow that you guys are too young to remember this, but like the famous story of Michael Jackson doing the Pepsi commercial and his hair catches on fire. You guys know that? I think it's out there. The video's out there. Famous story.
Yeah,
It was like right at the height of like Michael Jackson craziness. His hair catches on fire during a Pepsi commercial.
Some people consider that the turning point of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe that's where he sort of like lost.
It all pivoted from there. Yeah,
went off the
It
rails.
definitely did. It was just like,
yeah. He started
it's
getting
over.
the plastic surgery, and
Mm-hmm.
And one can only imagine if Eric saw that as a young guy, and it something like
it made an impact.
something snapped
It
inside
could
him.
have been inspiring. It could have been inspiring.
All right.
I don't know if you need any Pepsi clearance. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think this thing's like going out on YouTube or anything, right?
I think
I don't think they're going to be trying to make money with this.
I mean, we could get a Pepsi sponsor, maybe.
What are you talking
No, I
about,
mean,
Brad?
no, just because it's like we're honoring a man in his 50th year who still drinks Pepsi. I think that's a story worth sharing to Pepsi, and Pepsi getting behind it and maybe put their own money at this production.
I was gonna say maybe they could start like a commercial campaign, ad campaign in Latin America to help with the latest single.
And then I think, going back to the first question, because I came up with this idea that once again I will prove to be your father's favorite person on earth.
All right.
There was one time where he was telling me about he wanted to do easy listening metal album.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, it was. He said he wanted it to be like Slayer meets 10cc.
Oh.
Yeah, but like just all instrumental, but like somehow conveying.
A little Tom Waits in there?
Well, yeah, but in the sense that he had that froey pompadour at the time, so that was
Always.
definitely his Tom Waits phase he was going through.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to joke and call it Eric's wild years. But the only thing that stopped him from doing the easy listening metal album was we were in Greenwich Village. I think, and we were. He wanted to go to Trash and Vaudeville because he said that they were the only place that had high-heeled Doc Martens that would fit him. So we're on our way to Trash and Vaudeville, and we see a little person. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to get into details of what, So then Eric says, "I've got it. That the Broadway show I want to do. That I want to workshop in the Fringe, in was it Scotland, the original Fringe?
Yes.
He comes up with this idea called La Caja Dwarves.
Oh.
And he just goes off on this tangent. So I'm like, dude, there's Trash and Vaudeville. You want to go in? He's like, no, we got to keep going. So we just keep walking, and we go through Alphabet City, and it just keep walking, and he just starts going off on like transvestite little people, and a musical about something about a slumlord and a bank heist. I think this is when he was going through all like the. He used to watch movies by actors, but he would go in alphabetical order. So he was up to the.
Right.
He had just started on Pacino again.
Yes.
So he had just watched Dog Day Afternoon. So he's like, it'll have a bank heist. It'll be a musical, and I was just happy that he wasn't talking about the easy listening, the soft metal album anymore.
Right.
Because he just gets into character, and when he started talking about like Slayer meets 10cc, I'm like, he's gonna like want to find Anton LaVey's like grave or something crazy like that. And, like you don't, and the bloodletting rituals and whatnot. So, like I was all in with the Caja Dwarves, and so of course we have the cast notices in backstage. And then there was like, is it going to be equity or non-equity?
Right.
And then there's the question of like having children play little people?
Oh.
And what about like children who are actually dwarves? And I think it was around that time that he got a call to MC a show in South by Southwest that I think it was Mike Nesmith was putting together. I forget what it was. It was some sort of business. I don't remember what kind of business, but it was with Mike Nesmith. And Eric said he had to go and just do this thing. And I didn't see him for 10 years.
Wow. 10 years. All right.
I think that was probably the last time I saw him, too.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll see him again.
Yeah, can't believe he's going to be 60.
50.
Is that what he's telling me?
50.
Oh, no, it'll be good to see him and Stephanie.
Stacy.
Stacy, that's what I said. Stacy.
All right.
Just a few more questions left. Who has the copies of the films that you guys made together, and is there any chance of them being digitized at some point in the future?
Some of them have been digitized, but your dad had them. Some of them are on YouTube, I think. Did you see the ones on
What?
YouTube? Yeah.
Which one? You gotta drop the
The
link.
JFK assassination.
Record that? He was the one that recorded that?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those films since Art Harris's backyard parties when they project the movies. Remember that?
Yep.
I remember seeing they showed quite a few of those. I don't know if it was all of them, but
They're great. They should be digitized.
yeah.
I have the Brad is Rad VHS, original VHS at your phone.
Oh my God! You need to put that somewhere.
In a vault.
Yeah.
Digitize it first.
It's not on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but I can't remember. What
Eric has he has a channel.
What's his channel called? You guys, do you know?
Like Cap Quitten.
Yeah.
Cap QTN, right?
Yeah.
Spinning Homer. Well, that's a classic.
Homer.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Wow, he's got a lot. Okay, yeah, this will be here. Wait, have you seen JFK? All right, first we'll do George's little
JFK 's on
problem.
here.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes.
I feel like I've definitely seen, yeah. It's really good.
So that took him like 2
Oh.
That was a week. Oh, there he is.
Hi, George.
Oh, this might close some loops here.
Oh wait, I this is one I saw at in the Harris's backyard.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that.
The hair flowing.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry about that.
How
Yeah,
old
no,
was he when he made this? Was he like Aaron's age?
Yeah, I think he was 18 or 19. Yeah, this was really hard to do in 1990. The answer is this stuff is up there.
Remember when everybody used to wear baseball hats like that?
That's his old car. I remember that car.
Yeah, remember that one?
It's a green car, yeah.
The green machine. Yeah, when we were young, people smoked cigarettes, not vape pens.
What year is this? Like 1990?
I remember that bunny.
Oh, I had one of those.
Yeah.
That was in our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that.
Can't believe this only has one like.
Yeah, you couldn't do that today. Running around with a
No,
gun.
I mean,
moving a gun
yeah.
around over here.
Only in
It was
Florida.
a simpler time, boys. Yeah, we were a couple of what do they call ne'er do wells?
So, how did you first meet Eric?
Well, I was really a fan of home before I was a friend. I grew up in St. Pete, and so, the Eric and the home guys were from Tampa, but they played in St. Pete, so I saw them, Junction Pizza. There was a show.
I was there too.
You were.
Yeah.
You were at that show too.
I was.
Yeah.
I had a mustache at that show.
And then the park.
I was
what
playing
was
that
What was
night.
the name of that park in downtown St. Pete?
Stroud? No.
Williams.
Williams Park. Saw them at Williams Park. I was kind of a guide that day. I think most of the audience and perhaps most of the bands were on some form of hallucinogens. So, yeah.
I would say probably that.
Yeah, that was a good time. And then just a fan. Saw them at Blue Chair. I hung out with like this group of girls at the time. We would go out and we all loved the music. They were kind of like the Plaster Casters, but like without the plaster. It was fun, and that's how I first got to know Eric, and then later, they moved up to New York, and I moved up to Baltimore, and we all became friends.
Northeast quadrant forever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're talking Thanksgiving dinner where you plant your ass cheeks upon the piano and just let it slide.
Yes.
Exactly.
Just going.
There was a lot
going.
of that.
And
As children.
it's 4 a.m. and
yeah.
Trey feels there's time to party some more.
Yes.
Well, the kids aren't going to be up until 6 or 7. So
But
have
so-
energy.
2 or 3
That
hours.
energy.
So tell me about
Yeah.
so that's like coming into the kind of the shimmering sort of atmosphere of Eric.
Yes.
But then what about the Baltimore stage?
Oh, yeah. That's when I feel like I really got to know Eric. Like, I always appreciated Eric has this sort of childlike quality that I was drawn to on stage. He's always having so much fun. But
True.
he's super ambitious and like epic in like what he's producing as a musician. So I was always so drawn to him. In Baltimore, I really got to know him and realized how generous he was as a person as well. I'm not a musician. He always made me feel like I could play anything, I could do anything. His generosity, his openness.
His generosity. I love how you say, because he said it to them in a nonverbal way so often.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he does it, because sometimes he won't be with a piano or a guitar, but then you got the message like, oh, I can do that? All right, if you say so.
Right.
You got a ticket to ride, my friend. Is there anything else you would like to say to Eric on his
so I heard
half-century
exactly. So I
transcending?
heard that you were doing this, and like his birthday was coming out. It just all aligned. He's like turning 50, and it's such a monumental, passage of time. And I would just like to say to Eric, if he sees this, I hope he sees it, that I love you, Eric. Happy birthday.
What was it like living with our father?
I mean, you probably have much more experience with that than we do.
I think they want to know as like a young man.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a good roommate.
He was a good roommate.
He was neater than I was. Got to give him credit for that.
This is interesting about living with your father, is that we all lived together in this house. Me, Eric, Andrew, and Sean. It was the home house.
Was that the spot right by Busch Gardens?
It was next door to Busch Gardens.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the place was absolutely infested with roaches, really badly, really badly. Like if you were just sitting in a chair, you would think the walls were moving because there were so many roaches. And it was really hard to invite people over because, if you invited a girl back to the house, well, hey, there was roaches, but then the roaches would crawl back in their purses and they would take it home with them. And even bands, they would come in the house to stay the night and then turn around and leave.
It was disgusting.
So they infested the house except for your father's room. I guess I never really thought about it until now. Maybe it's the Pepsi.
Could have been the Pepsi.
Could have been the Pepsi.
Yeah, or something, But but Eric had his own bathroom in that room. I don't know how he got that.
Yep. And then when your dad tried to buy the first house that he and your mom got that roach infestation came up on the credit report, and he came to us and he said, "Hey guys, guess what? I can't buy a house because we owe the old realtor company money for putting a bag over the house and smoking out those roaches."
Fumigation?
Yeah, yeah. So your dad was the most responsible one in the house.
Cleanly, responsible. I think that's just the message we want to put across to the world, but particularly to his two sons, that, responsible, cleanly.
Just, he set a great example. He was always working hard, making cool stuff, and it made you want to work harder. He was letting video files render for 3 days, or animations render for 3 days, because he knew after 3 days it was going to be hilarious and it was worth the wait.
I mean, another thing about him too, his brilliant mind was like he just always the guy to he was always up on technology, the latest technology, and was the one who like could figure it out in 2 seconds, without reading the instruction manual.
He did. No, he like when we were kids, he would like be on the cutting edge of like new stuff with the internet.
Yeah.
He was on YouTube in like the first few months.
He's like that guy that like plays a video game and finishes it, completes all the levels like one day, where it takes people months to do it. He just like we would have been like stuck still working on like a 4-track if it wasn't for him. You know what I mean? Like we were just like fine. We just like get it done, but he always pushed.
Let's level up.
I mean, he like there was it was like a whole, like he on the cutting edge of like gear at some point in the band's history. Like he did this like major transition into like not playing guitar and playing piano, which was in the 90s like wasn't cool, like to have a piano in the band. And like he used a Rhodes, which was like a this old 70s electric piano, which just like is like back breaking, but it has the coolest sound ever.
So heavy.
And then so we're already like risking not being cool anymore because of like we had a piano player person in the band, but it was like super cool. He made it so cool, and it really like changed the direction and the sound of the band into like
I was just gonna say that he made it
like,
cool.
He totally made, but
it wasn't cool until he made it cool.
Right.
But then like at some point, because we were sick of like breaking our backs with the Rhodes, he like switched to like the digital piano, which definitely wasn't cool. Like that was not cool at all to have like a digital piano. That was for like
he rocked it.
Professional musicians. And then of course, the whole MIDI thing and like symphony sounds and all these things, I mean? Like he's a rule breaker, a risk taker is what I wanted to say.
He makes his own rules. Rules.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you guys for asking us all of these.
Awesome.
I feel like I learned much more about your dad.
Yeah, likewise.
And all of you.
It's really great to see everybody too. I haven't seen you guys.
It really is, yeah.
Eli, Aaron, great to see you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Great to see everybody.
All right, high five, Eric.
Hey, Mom. Could you tell us about Dad? Yeah, Mom.
Oh, you guys! Well, sure! I could tell you a thing or three. Boy, that was a time. And I'm glad it included me. The Igor art scene in its incubation. He was in a band passing around cassettes. I was the crack DJ at the radio station. All our friends were placing their bets that we get together. We got together. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. I can count to 50 on one hand. Hey, Eric. Hey, you there. Make your mark upon the land. Well, we picked up our dreams and made our music all the way to NYC. And the shows and the life was idyllic, the way dreams supposed to be. Nothing can beat that sound. Beat that sound. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. I can count to 50 on one hand. Hey, Eric. Hey, you there. Leave your mark upon the land. So here's a little twist in our little story. Eric and me, we've got big hearts. He fell for Bill and I fell for Stacy. Oh, I might have mixed up that part. Well, life's just a snow globe of the unexpected. You never know who'll shake you next. Just be grateful for love resurrected. 'Cause we're out here breaking our necks. Keeping it together. We're keeping it together. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. I can count to 50 on one hand. Hey, Eric. Hey, you there. Leave your mark upon the land. Hey, Eric. Hey, you there. Leave your mark on the land.
Oh, favorite memories. So many. Zena wants to be part of this. So many. So here, I'll just kind of distill it to a couple because this documentary is so long already. One, when you asked me to marry you, that was such a surprise. Of the song, the event, being surrounded by your friends. I honestly had no idea that you were going to do it that way, even though we talked about getting married and stuff. But I was just floored, surprised, and bowled over by just the sweetness. Two, the most, I'm going to say it, the most amazing wedding in the world. Even though we had a bit of change in venue and schedule because hurricane situation. We were surrounded by so much friends and family, and we just had the best time ever. It was just the best. And I'm not a big person on weddings, but it was the best. And then last but not least is just being able to share our lives and the opportunity to watch these awesome boys grow up. Aaron and Eli have been such a gift to my life. And it's just been incredible. And I look back at all the pictures and the years and them being babies and then growing up into these young men they are. It's just been so fulfilling. And then just, every day with you. Every goddamn day. Happy birthday, Eric. Happy 5-0, I think it is, which, awesome. Since I'm the least musically inclined probably of all your friends, I figured the least I could do is have an egg shaker, since I'm also known as the deaf lady of Waimama. So happy birthday on this your special day. Happy birthday. That's why we're here to say, hey, happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Stacy's gonna kill me for singing the song to you. Hey! So happy birthday. Thank you for being so awesome. Such a great friend and dad and an amazing husband and just a super cool you. Happy birthday. Bye.
2, 3, 4.
Happy birthday, Eric.
We love you so much.
Hey, Eric Morrison, happy birthday. I love you so much, buddy. I'm so happy to have met you years ago and that we're still friends. Mwah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eric. Happy birthday to you and many more. I hope you have a great day. Love you both. Bye.
Happy
birthday, Eric.
We love you.
Happy 50th.
Happy birthday, darling. Happy 50th. Mamma mia. Just wanted to say hello and celebrate you for the really kind, smart, talented, cute man you are. Also, the great husband to my favorite niece by association. This has, of course, made you now my favorite nephew by association. Well, I love you, Eric. Happy birthday. I wish I could see you more. Lots of love. Auntie Di.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. Love you.
We miss you.
See you soon, I hope.
Well, howdy there, big fella from your friends in Philadelphia. Happy birthday to you. We ain't seen you in a minute, but you know there's this pandemic. So happy birthday to you. Woo! The streets of Baltimore won't doubt you, but Ray's happy birthday bar's not the same without you. So happy birthday to you.
Woo! There you go. In case you didn't catch it the first time. Love you. Happy birthday.
No, yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, we're rolling? Okay. Sorry. Hey, man. What's up?
It's me. You.
We really did it.
Seriously, I made it to 50. I just want to say to future me, congratulations. You're living a beautiful life. You have an amazing family and so many lovely friends. Oh, they love you. I love them.
Yay!
Listen, future Eric.
It's really the best a person can hope for, really. And we've done it.
What do you think of this room? This is beyond the Bishop Planetarium on Floyd night, let me tell you.
Happy birthday!
Me? Well, that's weird.
What he said, I couldn't agree more. Happy birthday. Can't thank you enough for the impact you've had on my life and so many other people's lives. You're a creative, positive energy, and it's hard to imagine my life being as interesting as it is if I hadn't met you. So thank you. And I look forward to making more music and more short films and more stuff, and just, yeah, looking forward to many, many, many more birthdays. All right. Love you. Bye.
It started. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are way up there. We're down.
Could you be up here? Because it's like, do you want to swap?
Yeah, because then you guys will look like cute little kids.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You guys are like so cute. All right, Philip. Huh?
Which am I?
Yeah, there.
No, we're kind of on the same height. Yeah. Oh, now you're
So you're
I mean,
editing in post? Are you totally editing in post?
No, I'm not doing anything in post.
Is it running?
I'm editing now, actually.
Right, that was a good one.
All right.
All right.
Happy birthday!
Eric. That doesn't work.
What exactly
How should we do it? What should we say? Would it be like,
you guys gotta decide that.
happy birthday, you.
Happy half a century.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
In 3, 2.
Happy half a century!
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Good idea there, huh? Contributor over here.
You know, we have to say that, Daddy, you make all the birthdays so happy.
Yes.
You make a great effort because that's when we started. We have one of those, the kitchen conversations, which is such a joy. You kind of like end up in the kitchen. I guess kitchen conversation means you end up in the kitchen having a conversation. And we were doing just that. And what we were doing, we were reminiscing about all the good happy birthday parties, the celebrations, having themes for birthday parties.
Yes, especially the Bubs BBQ celebrations every year are so fun with all the different themes. I remember every year it would be a big thing like deciding the theme, or like one year it was like art, one year it was music, one year I think it was like books. Yeah,
time.
One year it was like the different time periods.
Okay, that one, time.
Making those themes come to life was just one of my favorite things about my birthday. So
yeah, that's truly wonderful.
Like an Adventure Time one.
There was an Adventure Time one. I was Magic Man for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that ended up being your beautiful photograph that you took to college.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
The Curly's Gate Kids.
Yeah.
That's a good
Very,
one.
very beautiful. Yeah, we were talking about how it was tied into a birthday when we did the arts. Like the theme was art, so beautiful. With the huge canvas, everyone was contributing and painting on it.
That was really cool. Yeah.
It was just so wonderful. And we realize most likely it's a brainchild of both you and Stacy, but we know that that's at the heart of you, Eric, is that having a plan, having a theme, having it set. It's like you have a goal. It's like here's the plan. Actually, that's really funny. That's a family joke. Is here's the plan. But we really loved the art one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we did an exquisite corpse throughout the entire party.
Yeah.
People would go over and like draw, and
take turns adding to the drawing.
And that's a special thing. I mean, this is our lives that we're living, and turning like relatively minor things into major, memorable, almost like art installations in and of themselves.
Yes.
That's a gift, and that's a really wonderful thing. And I've tried to steal that as much as I can.
Yes.
In the last few years.
Yeah. I like that art installation. Yeah. Thank you for keeping the art installation going. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love you so much. Happy
Love you.
birthday.
Thank you, Daddy.
Come on.
Oh,
Let's do this.
Phil, do one around.
Do one like above. Yeah.
We planned this out.
A freeze frame.
Jump in the air.
That was really great.
Yeah.
That was really good.
And it wasn't working. I'm just kidding.
Hang on, this is the part you say.
I love you so much. Happy 50th, and let's go 50 more together. Mwah.
Dainty hands laying chords down low, saying words so true. Castle crews dance around you.
We love you.
Eric, listen, I was wrong about Brad is Rad. That was the originator of In My House. And to make everything straight, I made this next thing for you. I hope you enjoy. Happy birthday again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Enrico!